Praise be with you. Praise be with you. Glory to God. Glory to God.
Not now, brother. After Mass.
Yes, sir, brother. Sorry, brother. Sorry, we're in the corner, brother.
Move a muscle.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere?
I had other affairs that needed to be...
Brother, I'm sorry, but I don't... This is your first war.
What did I do?
From him, more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but Since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Sila, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient, not necessarily with his lips, but simply with his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God, who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment of God, unless he amend everything satisfied.
What troubles you?
The rule of Saint Benedict.
I'd like to ask you something about...
Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy by his deeds, even more by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words. The divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make. Standing. Let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily.
Like a bear. That must have been Brother Cicada. Can't sleep, afraid, long night.
What troubles you?
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Today it's your task to concoct 2 potions to aid digestion. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
I think I did it right.
Oro pro nobis sancta Servus. Ah, Gregor.
I'd like to ask. Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevillus, and there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Tell me about John.
John is a Circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevillus manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational, although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world, beyond the monastery walls, is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circuitors. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager, perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing. What would you like?
What?
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
You're right, brother.
This is your second warning. Do it again and you will be punished.
What do you mean? I just turned in my fucking potions, bruh. Man, I swear to God, man. I swear to God.
What would you like?
Is there anything I could help with?
You know, there is. Perhaps you've heard that Abbot Peter is gravely ill. I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
You can count on my help. What do you need me to do?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
The libri pobiti, bro.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers.
Oh
The
my
librarian
God.
should have another one. Or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Salarius could help.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Salarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Ah, Gregor.
I'd like to ask you...
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just fucking wait?
Ah,
I'd like to ask...
What's my daily schedule now?
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
How, what the fuck?
Oh, this is quite inexcusable, boy.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
The book's stood in there out for your eyes to see. This is not a good time.
Times of each may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October, when they come out from fire in the morning, let them labor at whatever is necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the 4th hour until about the 6th, let them apply themselves to reading. After the 6th hour, having left the table, let them rest on their beds in perfect silence, for if anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else. Let none be said rather early at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again again do what work has to be done until Vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned a task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness and at the same time not to overburden them or drive them away with excessive toil. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'm looking for something a little...
And what would...
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Just for fun. Pull the other one, brother. It's got bells on. Anyway, you're barking up the wrong tree. I can't help you. What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask... I'm looking for some...
And what?
I'm looking...
Lock pick?
What's it to you? Do you have some or not?
Peace, brother. There's no need to get all worked up. So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I? What do you want, brother? You
Brother,
shouldn't be here.
this isn't a place for you.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
That damn Sigismund. The lawlessness he brought to this land. We'll have no peace till the afterlife. Have you been to Auschwitz to visit your parents' grave?
Aye. This year it's 12 summers gone since they died.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realised you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself, especially the part about the coin.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
There's something I should tell you. Something you won't be happy to hear. I'm here to find someone and, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him Pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected. Do you know who it is?
Well, that's just it.
Today's food. What do they do in that kitchen? I bet they keep the tastiest morsels for themselves. Give us the slop that's left over.
No, but I hope I'll track him down soon. If you find any clue that could lead me to him...
I swear I don't know anything. Except that I'm not the one you're looking for.
You'll see. Things will get better with the new abbot.
I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it. I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Prejudice. There's no hurry. But you're right. It is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
Peace be with you, brother.
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, Don't mention it to anyone.
Things will get worse. I can feel it in my joints.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices.
Started aching just before they raised Scallops.
Tell me about Antonius.
Worse than last.
Well, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. Thanks.
Salve.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I'd like to know something about the other...
I don't know much, but
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. Except that he's not a stickler for rules.
And now they hurt again. But worse than last time.
You really don't know anything about anyone?
Something is gonna happen
Well, thank...
there.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
I'd like to know...
I don't know.
Tell me about
I'd like to, but there's nothing...
Horrible, abominable waste of parchment. And people have no respect for writing.
I'd like to...
But they'll learn. We were no...
Well, that's all.
Peace be with you, brother. I'm telling you, someone's been creeping around in the corridor at night. What am I saying, creeping? It was stomping about like a bear.
What have they done to you this time?
They're shirking their responsibility. Their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they don't.
Did you have to finish someone's weeding in the garden?
Yes. I've had enough.
Servus.
allowed in the monastery.
While I was locked up, someone was making quite a racket in the cellar. Blind drunk, I'm sure of it. I wonder what's been going on.
Peace be with you, brother.
I'm Gregor, and I'm new.
I know.
What is...
I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet...
Praise be to Christ.
So much the more of the conscious sin makes avoid evil work. Therefore, since the spirit of silence... The master, the disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. Conversation we do not permit a disciple.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you...
You're right, brother.
This is your first warning.
What would you like?
I found this piece of...
The words mean nothing to me.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting. I want you to prepare 2 marigolds. Once you finish them... What trouble?
I finished my...
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your...
No, not the library, bruh.
What is it, brother?
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. You call the
who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining
Talk to me.
reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers unless he amend and make satisfaction. The rule of Saint Benedict is faithful to live. The first and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers unless he amend and make satisfaction.
What do you desire, brother?
I'm looking for some.
And what?
I'm looking for.
Lock pick?
What's it?
Peace? I'll. What troubles you? What do you desire, Brother Greg?
Brother, I've a favor.
I see. So it's the dodgy sort of favor.
Well, yes.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off. The prior always keeps the keys close.
How can I get hold of them?
With great difficulty. Unless you want to rob the prior.
Could you take the keys off him?
Rob the prior?
You wouldn't be doing it for free?
Then what could you possibly pay me? I'm done with my thieving, and you'd have to offer me a whole lot of groschen to change my mind.
How much would you want?
A princely sum, brother. This is no trifling matter.
That much? Where am I supposed to find that much coin?
Precisely. But no groschen, no theft. And think twice before you ask me that kind.
Peace be.
By his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and hunger. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, brethren, be occupied in sacred Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned a task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness and
Praise be to Christ.
I'm looking for some.
And what?
I'm
Lock.
What's it to you?
Peace. So you heard I'll trade the.
This is
What do
getting
you
so
decide, Brother
fucking
Gregor?
annoying. I want to fucking
I'm here
not do this anymore.
Today it's your... Once you finish them... Salve. Be well. Ah.
I finished my...
Salve. Be well.
What would you like? I'm here. X.
No, no, no.
Just gotta get this boy his food. Hope that's enough food.
is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness. A reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers unless he amend and make his sins.
What do you desire, brother?
That's crazy. I didn't get enough, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Touching. More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of parchment.
Praise be to our Lord.
Things will get worse. I can feel it in my joints. My joints started aching just before they raised the scallops, and now they're right again. But worse than last time. I tell you, something is going to happen. say he won't make it to the autumn.
No, no. Peter has a strong constitution. He'll still be on this earth for many years to come.
I wish all good health upon him. But I want change, and only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting pays off. There's no hurry.
Why are you waking me? Go away.
Bruh.
To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October. When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor at whatever is necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the 4th... assigned a task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idle.
Talk to me.
I'm here.
Today it's your... Aren't you... What do you desire?
I finished my work.
Show me what you... Spec...
Praise be to Christ. I'm here to work.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, that's why.
Dominus tecum. Benedicta tu in mulieribus et benedictus.
Servus.
Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be good, holy, edifying. Listen, and for that reason, if anything has to be apt. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban.
Brother.
Talk to me, brother.
Can we do some...
Sure.
What about this?
Less. See now, I knew we'd...
Talk to me, brother.
I'm Gregor.
I know. But I've no time.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. Praise be to Christ.
I'd like to ask about...
Can't you see I'm working? What is it, brother?
I'm Gregor.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years and I...
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet. And not just the books they make us read.
What exactly do you read here?
Well, I'd be interested to find the unofficial biography of Saint Procopius, but there probably is no such thing. To be honest, but if that locked cabinet there with all the forbidden books was open, that would be a different story. Until recently it was still unlocked, but after something vanished, they've kept it locked tight.
Maybe I could get inside.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to pore over some of those tomes.
We'll see what I can do.
You fucking kidding me? Of course, bro. I did all that fucking shit for that shit to be locked, bro. My lockpick broke. Yeah, I need the key, bro. I don't. Who's the prior? I don't really know what to do. I don't get what I'm doing. Yeah, it says I need to go back to when I was fucking... Bro, this is so annoying. I don't know where to, I don't know where to, oh my god, oh my god.
Welcome, brother.
Thanks.
You...
I haven't...
Very well.
Is it alright if we don't...
I thought that since you're literally a complete novice, you'd be interested in... Here's a letter from the prior with the daily schedule.
Thanks for everything.
Are you sure? It will make your life easier if I...
I'll work it out myself.
Suit yourself. God be with you.
Oh my god.
Hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, From him, more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than...
Brother?
Since he has the authority, let
What are you
him
doing
cut
here?
those faults by the roots as soon
You're
as
right,
they
brother.
begin to appear.
This is your...
Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo. The well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient...
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know.
That means you get to leave.
No, not at all.
I'm...
I want to know which one's the one where it's saved. Dude, this shit's so annoying.
Satisfaction.
Brother,
You're right, brother.
this is your second...
What trouble?
I'm here to...
Excellent. Today, once you finish them, you'll...
I don't want to do this, bro. I don't want to do this. Yeah, I'm not plugged in tonight to do this.